Session here. I'm going to walk through a couple things as if I'm a new stable. If you're a new member joining, a lot of times people get on and they have a hard time of figuring out like where to start. Right? There's a lot of information, there's a lot of pages, but it's actually pretty simple. Um, if you kind of just focus on a few things when you first start. I mean, obviously the most important thing are the free horses that you get when you sign up. So we're going to walk you through what you should probably do first with your free horses. Um, so let's get right into it. Basically, get your free horses, train the horses, enter the horses in a race, and that's pretty much it. You wait for the race to happen, check the results, and in between all that, you can check the site out. You know, look at standings, leaderboards, different contests, history, whatever you want. All right, so when you log in, you get to a page like this. This is like your main stable page, and these will be your barns here. And you can set up as many barns as you want. So in this case here, use your 4 horses here. Just like if you were to sign up, you would get free horses, you would get some bonus credits, you would get some game credits, just enough to get you started and have some fun. So let's see. So these are unnamed horses right here. So basically, it's pretty simple. Just click into the horse here, right? And it'll take you to the horse page, and it'll tells you all about the horse rating, 88.75. We can get into that later. Weight, its parents, etc. Whatever. So what we really want to focus on is basically training. Kind of jump right in to see what kind of horses we have. I have it set up to a dirt track, fast, 6 furlongs, 120 pounds for a colt, and push from the gate. Again, we can get into all those things later as well. But really, when we first train our horses, the whole idea here is to train them at 6 furlongs on push. And we're going to train the horse, and then we're going to test a bunch of medications and equipment with the horse on the same exact instructions, 6 furlong push. That way we can get a proper range of data with a lot of constant in the training runs, so that we can actually decipher what kind of results we have and compare. So when you first get in here, all your meters here are 100%. Okay, when you do a timed workout, it's going to lower the meters, and then before we do another one, we're going to reset the meters and do it again. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and train this horse the way it is, and we can see its workout time right here. All right, so it ran 6 furlongs with a finish time of 1:09:27. So now we're going to go ahead and add some medications and equipment and see if these numbers improve. So let's go to the vet here. The vet actually is a shortcut, kind of examines the horse for you. It will tell you if the horse likes Bute, Lasix, or vitamins. And on this side over here, but the equipment, and you need to kind of find out on your own. So we'll examine the horse. The vet says Bute will be a boost, Lasix will have a negative effect, and vitamins will have a neutral effect. So we're just going to go ahead and add Bute, click update. So now the Bute's been added. Now you can see the meters here are not 100, so we're going to reset all of our meters. They're all 100s now. And now we're going to train again exactly the same way, 6 furlongs on push. So it did improve our time. It went from 1:09:27 to 1:09:16. So that's a positive. So now we're going to go through the left side here. And you can check individually on the right side the Lasix and the vitamins, but I'm just going by what the vet said for now. And so we're just going to go to the left side here. We're going to check blinkers. Again, same process. Update, reset your meters, click train. And the time here is slower. So It does not like blinkers. Let's test shadow roll. It likes shadow roll. So basically, if you go back to your last best time, 109.16, and now with the shadow roll, it's 109.11. So it likes shadow roll. So we're going to leave the shadow roll on. Let's test the tongue tie. Again, reset your meters. Train the horse. And it's 109.11, same as the last one. So we're going to take off the tongue tie. The tongue tie did not help out here. Now, a lot of people ask questions about tongue tie. Is it needed, etc. Well, if you go to some of the new player help files, it'll tell you, it'll show you that tongue tie, I believe, impacts endurance, and that's really something that you will realize in a race. So a tongue tie is a good piece of equipment to try during racing. Maybe take it off one race, put it on one race, and a similar type race. Don't have a tongue tie on at 6 furlongs and then take the tongue tie off at 1.25 miles. It's not, you can't really compare those two. But if you're going to run 2 back-to-back 6 furlongs on dirt, then try one with tongue tie, try one without tongue tie, and hopefully you have the same jockey. And you're trying to keep as many parts of the game the same. So when you're going back to look at it, it's easy to compare. So like I said, it didn't really change anything with tongue tie, so we're going to leave it off. Now we're going to go to the horseshoe. We're going to update that, reset our meters, and train again. And it dropped it to 109.09. So obviously it likes horseshoes. Hopefully it would. Hold on one second. I see Slot Daddy's in chat. If you have any questions, feel free to type it there in chat and on Twitch, and I'll try to answer it. So we reset the meters here. So basically, we have now our medication and our equipment set based on its best work times. So we know to run its best time at 109.09, we needed all of these, added to the horse. Okay. Now, once you have figured out that this is the best setup for a horse, then you can go ahead and train other distances or other instructions. Like for instance, we're going to try 6 furlongs, but instead of push, we're going to do stalk, train the horse. Like lower it to a 108.94. So I already know now that this horse would prefer more of a stalk style pace at 6 furlongs than being pushed at 6 furlongs. It doesn't mean that you can't use push. It doesn't mean you can't use steady run or anything like that. It's just that right now, so far, with all things being equal and no other horses on the track and no other variable factors involved in the race, it likes to have that stalk pace. So let's go ahead and reset our meters and change to another instruction to steady run, which should be a little bit less effort. Beginning effort for the horse. It won't be on the front end of the pace, so to speak. Ran at 108.88, so again, it got lower. So this horse does like steady run. Let's go ahead and reset, and let's see where it drops off. So we're going to go to close, and right there it dropped off. So you see we did a steady run at 108.88, and then we did a close 108.89, and that's where the drop off is. Even though they're very similar, I don't need to really go ahead and train relax because the horse already dropped off at close, and now I can go on to another distance and work them all. So then once I figure this part out, 6 furlongs push for all equipment, all medications, and then 6 furlong for each one of the instructions. Then I would go back and then train at each distance, starting with 4 furlong. Bring it back to push, and then I would do the whole process over again. 4 furlong push, 4 furlong stalk, 4 furlong steady run, and see where it drops off. As soon as the speed drops off or as the time gets worse, move on to your next distance. So, I mean, I get questions all the time from new players. It's like, where do you start? And this is where you start. You get 4 free horses, you might as well figure out the horse, right? And then there's plenty of guides on the forum. There's plenty of guides, people willing to help on Discord, most of them anyway. And, you just figure out your horse. And you don't really have to know a whole lot to get racing. I mean, you get free credits, you get free bonus credits, you get free horses. So really, this horse is ready to race, right? So you say, well, where do I start? Where do I begin? Well, you started already. You're training the horse. Now let's go find a race for the horse, right? So let's go back up here, top right, to return to horse stats page, okay? Now we're back to this horse page. In the horse page, if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to notice that some races will appear. These are the races that this horse is eligible to enter, okay? So basically, now that this horse has never run a race before, so it can only run in a maiden race. It can run in a maiden claiming, a regular maiden, digital downs maiden, blue blood maiden, whatever you want to. So you're going to go ahead and pick a race to run. Now, obviously, you would have already went through all of the distances and had a better idea of what distances the horse prefers, and try to find that maiden race for that horse. So again, it's fairly simple, right? So if I go back to the main stable page, again, these are your free horses. This is the one that we just trained, okay? You click on the horse, okay? You're going to go try to enter a race, but it's going to tell you that you can't. Top left here, horse is unnamed, okay? Got to name the horse. Okay, well, how do I name the horse? Right here, rename. My first horse. Submit the name. Takes a second to check to make sure that the horse name is available. Okay, this horse is available. So now you see it here, my first horse. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click this horse, and we're going to do what? Okay, we want to enter a race. So we go back, see the race list again. Now you can click down here and view all and see more races, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter this horse in a maiden, okay? So you saw what I did there? It just basically clicked enter, okay? Now you can also queue the race. Like if you don't want to enter the race right away, you can queue it, and you've put it in queue in case you want to enter it later. It's easier to find. It comes up in order. Actually, let's go ahead and show you how to work. So I'm going to hit Q. Right? Now, scroll down. It's the same page, right? Now, look, the queued race just pops up on its own right here. It's kind of highlighted. And you can click enter and enter that race. Okay? So let's unqueue. Okay, same page. Scroll down to the races. Now, let's enter it for real. So let's enter the maiden race. So when we're entering a race, this is the horse entry page, and it's going to show you your meters, your confirmation, all your regular data, right? It's going to show you the race. It's going to tell you it's on the June 15th, when the closing time is, the distance, surface, race type, etc., right? So it's for per 16,000 so far. It's going to grow. 2-year-old colts and fillies that have never won a race. It's a maiden. I'm carrying 120, and I'm going to go ahead and select some jockeys just randomly. You can pick whatever jockey you want. Okay. As far as jockeys go, jockeys are, you can choose any jockey you want. It doesn't mean you're going to get the jockey. Jockeys get awarded to horses in regular races. On the regular race calendar, jockeys are awarded to horses that have more wins. In stakes racing and greatest stakes racing, it's greatest stakes racing, the BC series, etc. It's going to go to the horses with the most points. Then I believe the tiebreaker is by earnings. So anyway, these are the jockeys here that we're going to pick. Now, instructions. Remember the instructions we had when we were training? You're going to pick one of the instructions that you feel suits you for this horse, for this race, right? So I'm going to do relax early, push late, all right? Nominate the horse. That means the horse is going to be entered, okay? So again, you get to this page. This is a nomination page. You pick your jockeys, you pick your instruction, and you nominate the horse. It's just that easy. And the horse is entered. You can see right here in this column, okay, entry column, the date of the race, and you can always click into that and change your jockey instructions or update it how you see fit. So again, it's very, very simple. We make this way more difficult than we need to. Maybe I have made it more difficult than we need to, but basically there's a lot of pages, there's a lot of information, but if you go right to the basics, these are your 4 free horses. You click the horse, you train the horse, and then you name the horse, and then you enter the horse into a race. It's really that simple. Now, as far as how well you'll do, that's not that simple. It's it's a skill-based game, and you'll get out what you put in, basically. I mean, if you try to understand the game, the instructions, the running positions, and your horse, and every horse is different. The competition, the other trainers, their decisions, their instructions, their positions, their talent. So it gets pretty difficult, but it's very challenging. But as far as the basics go, as far as training a horse, entering a horse, these things are just real easy things to do. So again, we'll go into another one here, unnamed, and we're gonna again, what do? This is the main page. We don't have to look at any of this right now. We're strictly here just to train the horse. All right. Again, you're going to set your own default up here, but it's recommended 6 furlongs. Now you can see this one here defaulted to 118, not 120. That's because it's a filly, and the system automatically knows to drop it to 118 for fillies that are 2 years old. And we're going to go ahead and train the horse. All right. So there's the work time, 108.96. These are create horses too, by the way. These are part of the free package. So I just got back-to-back runnable horses here for the free horses, which is pretty cool. This one broke 109, and it's not even been vet checked yet. Pretty cool. All right, so again, right after we do our first run with no equipment and no meds, then we check our vet, examine the horse. Bute will have maximum impact. Lasix will not help. Vitamins will slightly improve. So we're going to add Bute and add vitamins, right? Bute, vitamins, update, right? Reset our meters, train again. 108.71. Kind of shocked here at the moment, but all right, so we got that. So let's go blinkers, right? Same setup as before. Reset your meters, train. 108.71. So we'll take the blinkers off. It didn't help. Shadow roll. Reset meters, train the horse. 108.61. For create. All right. It likes shadow rolls. We'll leave that on. Tongue tie. Again, tongue tie is mainly a race equipment piece. Give it a try anyway. 108.64. Horseshoes. Meters are reset. Train. 108.56 for this create horse. So obviously he likes horseshoes. This is actually a pretty good horse. Interesting. I get told all the time, creates aren't any good. But I guarantee you that one is. Yes, indeed. Yep, Slot said it. Slot Daddy's also a new member here at Digital Downs. He just said the same thing. Good numbers for a free horse on our Twitch chat. He is right. Very good numbers for a free horse. But that's two horses out of the 4 so far that are sub 109 horses at 6 furlongs. So these are runnable horses that you're getting for free just for signing up. So again, this one here, we've kind of figured out the 6 furlongs. And again, you would go through all the distances and then all the instructions and try to find its best work time. Now, if you go back to the horse page, your best works right here. It's kind of a shortcut. It'll show you its best works. And as you can see, the 108.56 popped up as the best work for 6 furlongs. And since we didn't run any other distances, it's not going to show any other distances. But as you try and work out the other distances, this here will populate and update as far as the best work time. Occasionally we have an issue with 4 furlongs best work time. I'm not sure if that's been corrected yet or not. I haven't heard about it in a few weeks since we sent it to programming. But if you do have an issue with 4 furlongs, just let us know. All right, so let's go back to the main stable page. Actually, which horse was that? That was this one, right? Yeah, let's name this horse, right? Same thing. It's unnamed. We know we can't race it unless we name it, so let's rename the horse. And we're going to name this My Free Horse 2. It'll do a quick name check. And there you go. My Free Horse 2. Again, My Free Horse 2. Let's go ahead and find a race for it, right? Again, we're going to go maiden. Let's go let's go with I don't want to put it in a claiming race. Here you go, there's another one. Claiming bonus entry. Okay, so even with the bonus credits that you get when you join, you're able to use the bonus credits to enter races. So this one here is 10,000 bonus credits is the entry fee. If you enter this race, and the purse will be in bonus credits. So if you win the race, you're going to get back bonus credits. But it's an excellent way for new stables to get started on the game. You know, let's face it, a lot of people come into a new game, and before, you can play for free here, but a lot of people play for money. And, they're kind of hesitant, right? They're not really sure what to do, so they're afraid of putting money up and then, losing the money or whatever it may be. This is a great way to get started without having any money at risk, because you're using bonus credits that we sent you. You're using game credits that we sent you. So this is the time to learn and to actually, put our money into play for you, right? So the claiming bonus entry will enter this race, and it'll deduct 10,000 bonus credits from the 20,000 that you get when you sign up. But again, it's just a way for you to get into a race. So it's real simple, right? You sign up, you get your free horses, you train it, you name it, you enter it in a race, right? Got plenty of time in the world to go, look through the whole rest of the site and what everything means. So let's go ahead and enter the same process. Enter, right? It says my account does not have sufficient funds to nominate the horse for this race. Now that is funny. Hold on a second. I believe I can fix that process. On the papa. All right, let's refresh. Bam, there we go. So we're in the race nomination page. Okay, again, same as last time. This is the race information. These are the jockeys. Oh, let's see. The jockeys down here. So you can go ahead in the drop box here and you can choose your jockeys, right? Some people actually don't know, but if you hover over the jockey name, it's going to tell you it's for this season, how well each one of these jockeys has done so far this season at this distance, at this exact type of race. So this for instance, Curtis, he's raced 4 times. He's raced in a 7 furlong. What is this? 7 furlong dirt, right? Or claiming bonus. So he's raced this race 4 times. He has won 3,000 game credits, but he's never finished first, second, or third. His in the money percentage is 0. Okay, so you can actually go through each one of these jockeys and check out how well they've done, at this exact type of race setup. And I don't think a lot of people know that. It was something we added maybe 2 months ago, and I'm not sure how many people utilize this tool. Like this one here, this jockey has 101 races at this exact type of race. Okay, and he's won 20 times for $453 or 453,000 game credits. Oh, see, Slot didn't know that either. Yeah, so I mean, there's probably other people on the game that didn't realize that you could actually go ahead and just hover over these and it'll tell you for that race. This is not for all races for the whole season. If you want to see that, then you're going to go to the jockey page in the jockey standings and see overall stats or stats for just turf or whatever it may be. But for 7 furlong dirt on Calder, you can go look individually. And then you can also use default jockeys and set up your own defaults. So basically, instead of doing this up here where you select individually, you would just go down here, click load. I don't know what I did here. Hold on. Oh, okay, it's already loaded. All right, click load, and it'll load these jockeys here, and then you choose your instruction, and then just nominate your horse. Okay. Now, if I want to save, if I want to create my own new set, I just pick whatever I want, right? Just a random set, whatever I want, and I want to save a new set. Save new set. Name it, save it, and there you see it. New player set. These are default jockey loadouts. So you just come down here, instead of clicking all this, you just boom, load it, and then nominate the horse. There you go. Horse is nominated. Now go back to your stable page, and it'll show both horses are entered into a race. Okay. Now I should probably cancel this because I'm sure somebody will complain that I raced 2 horses in a race, and you know, I know how that goes. So I may not run them, but that's how you do it. Let's see. What else can I show you here? Yeah, so new player, right? I mean, you these are your free horses. You see how to enter races. Now, there's the forum, right? You want to visit the forum and read up on past, you know, I mean, it has a deep history, right? So it's going to have a lot of data, a lot of information, a lot of it by other members. But that's also where you can inbox other members, you know, just get to know people in the forum as well. And by the way, this little red email, that means you have an inbox. You also have a reminder. This little bell up here is your watch list. This will, you can choose and click on horses. Let's say today's racing forum, and I want to click on this horse, one word, and I like this horse, right? So I like this horse, and I want to see, get a reminder if this horse gets entered in a race or gets sent into a claimer race. It's a good way for me to track other people's horses. I'll click add to watch list, and there you go, remove from watch list. So it's added to the watch list, right? So if I go right here, view horse Go Wicked nominated. So this horse must have been on my watch list before, and it's telling me that the horse is nominated on 6/7 in a race dated for 6/10. So it was just an update that I didn't read way back when. But anyway, anytime you add a horse right here to the watch list, you'll get updates on the horse. It's really useful if you're trying to claim horses or if you've been tracking horses, and you add to your watch list, you get your updates, and then boom, you're right on top of it. You know exactly when this horse is going to run. You can swoop in, make the claim, and then other people will be like, "How did he know? How did he know?" Well, you're doing your due diligence and your research, and you're staying organized, and you're on top of the claiming game. There's a lot of money in the claiming game on the site. It's not utilized as well as it should be, but it's recommended to dive into the claimers. You can make some good money in claiming races. So let's go back to main stable here. Now your main stable has some information for you before you get to your horses, right? Because your main stable always going to show up at your first barn. But your main stable has some things for you. It's going to have your balance, your season totals. Over here, it's going to tell you the meet dates. Right now it's from May 1st to August 31st. Current stable standings, racing schedules. These are like shortcuts. Your 7-day track predictions is like more of like your weather. Today's track conditions: dirt, fast, turf, firm. Multi-training, daily reports, subscription reminders. Breeding horses, list horses. These are all shortcuts right? This will tell you your stable stats. You can check all these stable stats for the season, 30 days, custom range, whatever you want to, and obviously your horse listings. And then below that are some more links to like horses for sale, public breeders, just some other cool stuff, right? Now that you got that all, the basics, of your stable, you can do a lot of things. But what I recommend is kind of just looking through other races, right? So let's go to the racing office. Let's go to today's racing form, and you'll see these are the races that ran today, right? And by going through races, you can get an idea of, what it takes to run in a maiden for a 2,500 entry, or a maiden claiming, or claiming bonus. So this race here was a maiden 6-horse field for 2-year-olds. Let's check the results. Chrisman won this with probable stayer. Now you can watch this race. Now you can download our 3D viewer, which is a great viewer. It's actually one of the better virtual race viewers that you'll find out there. Once you install it, Windows is fairly simple, to install, and then you can just watch the 3D viewer. If you have a Mac, you can download the files as well, but you have to take one more additional step. So on a Mac, if you try to load the race, it's not going to load the race. It's going to tell you the file's missing or whatever it is. It's because the race viewer uses 2 applications, okay? And the applications are in the same folder. On a Mac, you can't do that. In a Mac, your applications have to be outside of a folder and in your applications directory. So outside of the folder. So you'll see the folder there. What you need to do is go into the folder, pull each one of the applications out into your applications directory. And once you do that, then the program will run correctly. It took me like 6 months to figure that out. Actually, I didn't even figure it out. Black Ace Stable, one of another members, he actually figured that whole thing out, and it's been a lifesaver. But so that's, I should probably update the notes on that on the downloads. Now if you go to the downloads up here, so if you go to downloads, you see 3D Race Viewer Windows, 3D Race Viewer for the Mac, right? So again, the Mac's kind of fairly, the Windows is kind of fairly simple. You just go right through the whole process. The Mac will do the same thing, but it's going to put both applications in the same folder. You need to remove them out of the folder in order for it to work. So let's see what a 3D race looks like. But it's a 1.5 miles. We don't need to do a 1.5 mile race for the viewer. So I'll give you an idea of what the race viewer looks like. So 3D viewer here. And this is one of the cheap tracks, which is, I think, Cal. Cal. These are all your camera angles, and I'll show you them in a second. So right now, you just see the starting gate. If you're doing the live race feed, you won't have the option to mess around with any of these cameras. It's actually running live. And then after the race, you can go back and mess with all this. So we're just going to hit play. And then you can see we can change the camera angles to whatever we want. And the 3D viewer is fantastic. I mean, you can zoom in. You can zoom all the way out. I mean, way out, right? You can go even further than that. I mean, I don't even know if this thing stops anywhere, but I mean, look how far out we can go on this viewer. It's amazing. You can change your camera angles. You can zoom in. Top view. I love this view here. Jockeys checking them out with who's running behind them. It's a fantastic race viewer. It really is. Trying to zoom back in here. Going on the home stretch here. So also you can click on any one of these horses. So if you click on this one, it'll jump to that horse. Highlight whatever horse you want. Okay. There's a finish cam, which will kind of just, zoom in on the finish. So I love this 3D viewer, and hopefully everybody is using it. Gift box, boom. BMS, Beast Mode Stables won that one. Nice run. I mean, yeah, great little viewer, man. So make sure you download it. If you don't want to use a 3D viewer, you have the 2D viewer. Right now, the 2D viewer is nearly finished. It's not 100% yet. We've had some slight issues with rebuilding it. Basically, if you a Flash player, we used to have a 2D player on Flash, and I don't know who's aware of it or not, but basically 5 months ago, you can't use Flash anymore on any browser. It's just not supported anymore. So anybody that used Flash had to basically change and upgrade. So we basically been building a new 2D player with a 3D look, and it's almost finished. And then obviously after that, the jockey room where you basically select your jockey silks. That was also using Flash Player, so we're in the process of rebuilding that functionality as well. So those things will be taken care of soon, hopefully. But a 3D viewer is just kind of an excellent thing to use. I love it. Yeah. So anyway, you can go to your today's racing, go through all the races, check the results, see who wins. Click on the horse. Okay, this horse did this. Okay, well, it ran in a maiden claiming 30,000 and finished second. He must have liked it. He moved it up to a 50,000. It wins. Okay, what's kind of its training times or workout times? I mean, frankly, for this horse to be running this for 149.09 and a $30 maiden claiming, I think it's kind of crazy. But like I said, there's good money to be made in claimers. You could scoop this horse for $30 and probably win 10 times that in the next 6 months off of this claiming horse. Now, some of these guys, like Beast Mode Stables, I mean, these are big stables. These guys have a lot of horses, and they're hunting. They're hunting for just the monsters. You know what I mean? The ones that are just cleaning up graded stakes racing. So, maybe he has 5 or 6 other ones just like this, and he's willing to put it into, claim for $30, and that's worth his while. To each his own, right? There really is no wrong or right way to do it. I mean, everybody kind of races to their own, however they want. So, yeah, I'm surprised. But moving up to $50 is probably the right move. But I got a feeling the horse is going to probably be in the juvenile jive handicap or something like that soon. Yeah, so you can click on any one of these horses and kind of just check through their runs, how they did, what the jockeys they had, this race here, race readings, kind of like the class of race, and you can kind of compare that, look at all its workouts times, if you hover over the time, it'll tell you what its workout time was. It's only going to show you so many, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, so it's showing you 12, right? It won't show you all of them. The horse could have 100 workouts. It's only going to show you 12 because what we're doing is we're only giving you a little bit of information as far as workouts. Kind of like how real horse racing is, where you get information on public works, but you don't get, all of the information. And some trainers will hide the numbers. So basically, when you come to look at these 12 numbers, 12 workouts, they'll all be like fudged, or they'll all be like 2 furlong workouts. So basically, hiding the workouts so you can't, obtaining information from the workouts. Everybody has their own little strategy as far as race day goes. Not to give you any more information than you need to. How do you zoom? I didn't know you could do that either. Zooming on 3D. So on the 3D player, I have a roller, so I roll in and out. So yeah, I roll in and out. So if we click it again, hit play. Yeah, see, I'm using my roller right now, and the roller is zooming in and out of the picture. But I believe this does the same thing. You see the 2x? No, that slows it down. Oh, that gives you slow motion. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so the roller goes in and out. Now, if you don't have a roller in your mouse, then I really don't know what to tell you because I haven't actually tried it. Yeah. Where's Berkey at? Berkey, I gotta say, who star of the desert on the game, has been writing up some outstanding race previews, and I want to thank him for all his help. That's, adds a nice little touch to the game. They've been good reads lately, and been doing a great job. Thank you, Burke. All right, so we don't need to watch this, but anyway, that's how you watch a race in 3D. Racing off. So my account, your my account is going to have, all of your. You can manage your account. There's the stable notes page, which is kind of cool. I guess you can put notes in and save it just in case you don't to remind you something. Account history, manage your subscription, purchase credits, purchase a create, redeem vouchers, edit silks, etc. Your main stable has your profile, your horse stats, your stable summary, your breeding income, breeding barn, your full royalties. Yeah, because look, there's other ways to actually, to make money on the game, and you can breed, offer breeds, and covers other people. You can put royalties on foals that are born. I mean, there's a lot of different ways besides racing, to make some money. Actually, there are some people here that prefer to breed. Like they're way more into the breeding part of the game than the racing part. So they breed and they may sell it or make deals with people, whatever it is. But it's another valuable resource in the game. So you have your breeders and you have your races, and you have some people that do both. You have some people that only race the highest level races and they don't want to race any lower level race whatsoever. Then you got some people that only race the races. Then you have people that race the entire race card, right? So there's a little bit of everything for everyone, if that makes sense. So your main stable, again, so it has all these different areas you can go check into. Like I said, when you jump onto the game, don't be just say, oh, I'm overwhelmed. Train the horse, name the horse, race the horse, and in between, while you're waiting for your race, then go through the site. Go through tab by tab and check out every page. And if you have questions, take notes. Put them in your stable notes. Go to Discord or go to the forum and ask questions, whatever it may be, or ask the admin, who's always available. And you'll get those questions answered. Or you'll just find the answers and information yourself, which is through the forums or whatever it may be. There's a ton of information if you take the time, and look through it all to find the answers, which is what I do recommend. So yeah, main stable has all those pages. The market is pretty much any way that you can obtain something for a horse, either a horse or shoes for the horse or package deals. So like your sales ring is here, your package deals, your redeeming stuff, breed a horse, create a horse, claim a horse. Like this is a great little page, claim a horse. Okay. Well, it's just going to populate all the upcoming claiming races on one page, right? Instead of looking through the whole schedule and seeing every race, you're only interested in claiming races. So it's going to show every single claiming race, and it's a great little shortcut for claiming horses, auctions, etc. Racing office, racing is everything racing, right? So today's racing form, tomorrow's racing form, all past results, okay? Your own races. So if you have races, it's going to do a shortcut of all your races. It has two different types. It has your recent races and your race results quick view, and it also has your pending races. Like I had those two horses that I named and I put them in pending races. So let's click my pending races, and there they are. There are the two races that are pending on those two horses that I showed you for new members, and we entered. He's too funny. Yeah, so racing office is everything. So BC series, so this is the graded stakes racings. This is all your upcoming graded stakes, right? These are just information and numbers about the BC series championships. Here's all your standings, right? So this is your overall 3-year-old graded leaders, right? Click on it right there. The number one horse is Taryn Found the Way by Taylor and Turin. Okay, followed by Lord Mike and Noble Lady BMS. So, again, all these quick links are on here. Your stakes racing schedule, your Triple Crown series, any other series racing, the Eliminator tournament, leaderboards. Again, they are what they are. They're leaderboards. Anything you can imagine with leaderboards, right? Stables, horses, jockeys, whatever. It's all in there. New stables, kind of quick little guides and tutorials for new stables. View races, obviously. Your forum. This is where your link is to the forum. Click that. Discord chat. Discord is a very good tool at times, but it's a place that you can interact with other members very fast, get information very fast. and meet some new friends. And they have voice chat, they have video chat, they have all kinds of stuff at Discord. It's highly recommended. But also, it's a place for people to bitch and complain. So expect that as well, okay? And don't believe everything you read. You have jockey standings here. So if you click jockey standings, right, and you can go through here, you can check by all these different, you can sort it by all these different things here, and then also by tracks, and then see, how much money they've won, winning percentage, the whole 9 yards. Now remember, that's one way to do this. When you're entering the race through the nomination side, that's a whole other part where you can go check, hover over it, and then keep in mind what, I keep in mind, hover over it and see how they do in that particular race. This is more like overall, like races won. Boom, races won. Dirt surface. Boom, dirt surface, right? So that's kind of the way that works. Latest workouts, right? So latest workouts. This page has gotten a slight facelift. Okay, it's easier to read, and you can actually sort through and choose your own distance. But I'll tell you by the date, like June 12th, these were the best workout times. Kind of cool little page here. Handicapping. Handicapping is a place for us where we can wager. Basically bonus credits. You take bonus credits, you convert them to wager credits, and then you can go ahead here and you can actually bet on races. Like for instance, bet now. This is tomorrow's claim and bonus entry. You can go in here, like I said, it'll tell you up here, say, wait, previous, I have 1,400 credits, right? So I already have credits. If I didn't have credits, it would say, do you want to buy credits? So you can buy credits. You're not using game credits or cash credits. It's strictly using bonus credits, okay? So you don't have to worry about the money aspect of it. It's bonus credits. It's not real money. It's for fun. It's for handicapping or any handicapping contest. So anyway, I have 1,400 bonus credits. I can bet on this race, bet now, and I'm going to bet to win. I'm going to bet 200 betting credits for, and then you go to the last box. I'm going to select the favorite. No, I'm going to select yard games. So it says right here, I'll bet 200, I'll win 1,200. Bet now. Boom, there it is. I'll show you there's my bet right there. It's pretty cool. We actually should probably take advantage of this and use it for something, because it has a tons of potential, but we just have never used it. We built it, it's there. Not that many people even know it's there, or not many people use it, but there's something we can probably do to utilize this as a tool to bring in new members or just new people to the site, whether it's contests or something like that. So I don't know, I'll think about it, but it's a pretty cool little page. Global news, racing blogs, racing overview, daily reports, horse transfers. You can see what horses have been transferred to who. Hall of Fame, Triple Crown Hall, Champions Hall. There's only been one Triple Crown winning horse of all time here. Foggy Farms. I forget the name of the horse. It was Triple Crown Hall. Forgotten Magic won the Triple Crown. It's the only horse to ever do it in 48 seasons. 48 seasons. One Triple Crown winner. Unbelievable. Again, this is the BC Series graded shortcut. All the different standings for the graded series, track records, your help section, social, so you can see our YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Twitch is not on there, but we could, and some other downloads. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff. You can go through each one of these pages, one by one. I could do a separate video for each one of these pages. I probably will do that, but I just wanted to get on real quick for new players, and say, look, you don't need to know a ton here initially to get started. You get free credits, you get free bonus credits, you get 4 free horses. It's simple. You go in, you train the horse, you apply the equipment and the medications to the horse, you follow how I said to do it, you name the horse, you race the horse. Then you join Discord, or then you join the forum. And next thing you know, you meet somebody, they share information, and you're off and running. We have an Ask Steve section in Discord. It's its own little channel. You go in there, ask Steve whatever you want. Steve's been around for a long time, and he's always helpful to new stables. Drop your question in there. Steve will try to help you out. Other than that, you can post it on open chat, and I'm sure somebody will give you an answer. Or you might get 10 different answers for the same question. But that's just how it is. So it's a lot simpler than people think. Just because we give you a ton of information and a ton of tools, it doesn't mean the game is all that difficult to get into and start running, right? Because, you know, and it's not for everybody. I mean, let's face it, some people like games that are plug and play. They don't have to use the brain. They don't have to worry. All they need is money, and it's just they enter. You know, it's like a dice roll. The outcome is already predetermined. It's a joke, right? That's not what we do here. This is very, very close to real life horse racing. You're training the horses. You're figuring out how the horse likes to run. You have to give it instructions. You're looking for running position. You're running against other people. They're all trying to do the same things. You know, it's, you know, you have horses that are born that do great workouts. It doesn't mean the horse is going to race that way on the track, just like real life. I mean, we can go to any one of these, 2-year-olds, real life auctions and grab the best 2-year-old working horses there, and very large percentage of them will never see the track or make it out of a 10K claimer. So yeah, you have to prove it here. You know, everything starts with the horse. It starts with potential. You need a horse, and then you need a horse with good workouts, because a good workouts is potential. Then you take that horse with the good workouts and you put it into a race, and you're hoping that potential is realized, basically, and you see something, and it has that it factor, of racing, and then you're on to something. You know what I mean? And for every horse that comes through for you that hits the big time, you might go through 5 of them that break your heart. But that's just the way it is. Okay, so this is earned around here, and you have very talented and skilled people here that have been playing here a long time. So if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get the W's that you want. So, but it's a fun place to play. And so I highly recommend getting on the forum and Discord, etc., whatever. So I'm going to do another video probably tomorrow. Not sure really on what yet. This one here, I actually wasn't even planning this. I figured I'd just get on and just, do something for Twitch, and I'll probably save it just in case a new member, a new player sees it and they want to learn something real quick. But I'll probably start pumping out more videos here every day on specific things. And obviously if I get questions or, hey, can you do a video on this, then I'll do a video on that. But it's the best way for me to learn and to know what people are looking for. But if I don't hear nothing from anybody, I'll just keep going through, page by page on the site. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and I wasn't too confusing. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Digital Downs. Thanks.